Good morning, puppies. Oh my goodness. You're either expecting some babies or you're just one big mama, aren't you? Oh hey, Courtney, I didn't realize you were back yet. How was seeing your family? I know you've been gone, so you might not know, but is that big old dog back there pregnant? And who is she? It was good, it was good. It would have been a lot better if I didn't find the dog that you're talking about while I was on my way back. We couldn't find her owner, and I didn't want to bring her to any of the local shelters because they're all. Oh, so you found her? I'm assuming her microchip has been checked then. Have we been able to find any leads on the owner? No, unfortunately neither of them were chipped. Neither of them? Are there two dogs you grabbed? Oh yeah, there's that big old pregnant mama dog, and in the kennel next door there's another dog who looks exactly like her. They were wandering together. Okay, so just to get it straight, neither of them have microchips, and the big one is pregnant? As far as we can tell, yeah, and she's not doing super well. We actually have her scheduled for a vet appointment today. Well, I'm really glad you found them if one of them is sickly. How exactly far away from here were they? Oh, 5.5 hours, just about. 5.5? You put them in your car for that? Okay. Is the transport already set up for the vet visit today? If not, I can drive her. Yeah, I don't think anybody's talked about the transport yet, but if you want to, I'm sure you can. 2 hours later. Alright, come on, sweet mama dog. I'm gonna take you to the vet, okay, sweetheart? Good afternoon, Ridge. How's it going? I'm assuming this is the shelter's most recent soon-to-be mama? Hi, Doc. Yeah, I really don't even know much about her. Apparently my coworker picked her up quite a few hours away from here, and she's not doing very well. She's super, super lethargic. I haven't seen her take even the slightest interest in food, and I've spent pretty much the last 2 hours sitting in her kennel with her. Oh, poor girl. Let me get her checked out and see if I can figure out what's wrong. So from what I can tell, she has a uterine infection. Put her on this medication and make sure that somebody's monitoring her when the puppies arrive because it's most likely going to be a very difficult birth. Hey Ridge, how did Mama Dog's vet visit go? All things considered, it went pretty good. She was super tolerant of the exam. We got given these meds and we need to give them to her, and the really important thing is that when she gives birth, somebody needs to be there to make sure that the puppies and her are going to be okay. The vet believes she's suffering from a uterine infection, so it makes complications almost inevitable. 2 days later. If you guys need another set of hands, let me know. I just don't want to stress her out being in her space. I'm going to stay on the phone with the doctor during this whole thing. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, and number 4, but he seems to be struggling. Okay, we have 4 good. 5 is out. And number 6. I think that's it. I think the total was 6. The doctor is recommending that we supplement the puppy's diet with formula for the first few days due to the medication that Mama is on. 1 hour later. How are Mama and the pups doing? Are you guys needing any more supplies right now? Yeah, call Doc right now. This puppy isn't breathing. Doc, one of these puppies is struggling. Can you get over here? I'm here. Give me the puppy. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to save the puppy, but like I said, this pregnancy and this birth was super high risk, so the fact that 5 of the puppies are still healthy is amazing. Let's focus on taking care of them and let me know if you guys need anything else. If you're able to reach out to some of the fosters, I think Mama Dog might be doing a lot better if she could get some one-on-one care. The next day, who on our foster list would be willing to take in this sick mom and these puppies? Oh. Yeah, I found a foster who's willing to take them. 20 minutes later. Hey, Ridge. I'm guessing you know why I'm here, considering you called me. Yes, I literally cannot thank you enough for being willing to foster these babies. No worries, it's my pleasure. Have you guys given them names yet? No, we haven't. We've been too caught up in the chaos with everything. Itty bitty days old puppies, and I get to choose the name theme? Oh my god. Hello, my lovely foster lesbian. How are you, the pups, and Mama Dog doing? Hey, Ridge, I am super, super thankful that you're willing to come over to my house and help me out with the foster dogs. I wish I had a good update for you on Mama and the pups, but unfortunately, they're really not doing too well, and that's why I need the help. I'm just so glad to be able to help you and the pups. Now you literally have to tell me, what did you name them? They're our Peanuts gang. Mama is Peppermint Patty, and then we have Lucy and Marcy, Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and Linus. That's so funny. The dog that Mama Dog, or Peppermint Patty came in with, we actually ended up naming her Sally, so the Peanuts gang is complete. So what can I do to help you, Patty, and the pups? So I've been having to wake up every 2 hours to bottle feed the puppies since Patty isn't producing enough milk. So if you could just literally do exactly what I've been doing and bottle feed them every 2 hours, I am going to go nap on my couch. Yeah, easy enough. I guess you could convince me to hold tiny little puppies. Is there anything that Patty needs while you're gone? You're more than welcome to try offering her different types of food and seeing if she's interested in anything, but so far nothing has been a hit with her. Okay, awesome. You go get some sleep then, and I'll be in here with the Peanuts gang. Alright, feed the puppies. Clean out their pen. Now let's see if I can find a food you're interested in, Patty. Hot dog? Okay. What about a cheese stick? Okay. A literal piece of steak? Damn, girl, okay. Dang, this dog food is literally like $30 a can. Try this. Damn! I think literally the only thing we have that we haven't tried is Old Roy. There's no way you... That? You like that? Hey, Ridge, how's it going in here? Really good. I got all the puppies fed, their pen is clean, and I actually got Patty to eat. No way! What did she finally have a craving for? Out of everything you had, she wanted this nasty-ass, cheap-ass, Old Roy dog food. That's honestly ridiculous, but if she's eating, that means she's producing milk, which means I can hopefully get the puppies to feed on her tonight. You can go ahead and head home. I'll take care of the nighttime feedings. During the 2 a.m. feeding session. I am so proud of you puppies from actually feeding from your mama tonight, but you are a mess. Let me go grab some paper towels. Oh no! Patty, get up, Mama. Oh my god. Oh, Linus. The next morning. Good morning. How did the pups do overnight? You can tell I've been crying. It wasn't a great night. Mama Dog rolled over and Linus didn't make it through the night. But now we're just going to take that information and know that we need to watch all feedings that the puppies are with Mama. Oh my god, I am so sorry you had to go through that last night. I appreciate it, but I knew it was a risk when I took in a medically fragile litter. The vet is actually coming over today to check on Peppermint. I just have a bad feeling. Hey, Ridge, I need a super big favor. I have an emergency at work and I have to go take care of it, so I need you to be here because the vet is coming to check in on Patty at 2 p.m. today. Oh, absolutely, no worries. If you need to go now, you can. I'll just hang out and bottle feed them. It's not a big deal. 2 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around. Oh, hey Ridge, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Yeah, I somehow managed to be everywhere all at once. So Mama Dog, who we now call Peppermint Patty, she's starting to refuse food again. For a little while we got her to eat Old Roy, but now she's back to just snuffing everything. What do you think we should do for her? Oh, sweet Mama Dog, you are having a rough go of it, aren't you? But other than the uterine infection, I'm not seeing anything else wrong with her. I'm wondering, with all the rapid changes happening in her life, if her not eating is almost more of a behavioral issue. Thanks, Doc. I really appreciate it. I'll fill in the foster when she gets home. When the foster gets home? Hey, what did the doctor say for Peppermint Patty? So he didn't see any other physical issues other than the uterine infection, which we were already aware of. He actually suggested that her refusal to eat may be rooted in a behavioral issue. You know, because of all of the changes that she's gone through recently? That could absolutely be the case. You said she was brought in with another dog, right? Yeah, that's the one we ended up naming Sally. Since her and Peppermint weren't microchipped, we were never able to find their owners. Sally was spayed just about 3 days ago and she's hanging out at the shelter right now. She's doing really good and she's about to go up for adoption. Is there any way we can hold off making her available for adoption and take her over here and see if her company helps Patty? I don't see why not. Let me call the shelter real quick. Hey, would anybody have an issue if I come and hijack Sally? Good news, we can go grab Sally whenever you want. Awesome, I'll head over there right now. I'm sure Peppermint will just be so happy to see a familiar face. Alright, Sally, hop on in, sweet girl. Yes, hello, I'm happy to see you too. It looks like you were a mama not too long ago as well. Good morning. Please tell me Patty was glad to see Sally last night. Patty literally didn't know what to do with herself. She was so excited. I haven't seen her have that much energy since we brought her over here. I offered both her and Sally a bowl of food, and Peppermint wasn't interested at first, but after she saw Sally eating, Peppermint Patty ate the entire bowl of food. Oh my god, that is so awesome. Do you think Peppermint Patty and Sally are related? There's definitely a chance that they could be related. I wouldn't think that they're mother and daughter because they seem to be really close in age. I honestly kinda have a hunch that they came from a backyard breeding situation. It seems like Sally had puppies not too long ago because she's still producing milk. She actually tag-teamed out with Peppermint Patty last night and fed her puppies for her. It was probably one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Oh my god, my lesbian foster got lesbian mama dogs. That is chef's kiss. Everything seems like it's starting to settle into place and the puppies' eyes should be opening within the week. I cannot wait to start seeing their little personalities. I am a little worried about Lucy, though. She's like half the size of the other three. Good morning, puppies. Hello, Charlie. Hi, Snoopy, Lucy. Hi, Marcy. Oh my goodness, Snoopy, do I see eyeballs? Erin, they're starting to open their eyes. Oh my god, how cute. Do we have eyes on all of them? We've got the two boys. We've got Marcy. Lucy isn't opening her eyes yet. I'm telling you, she's a little bit behind. I'm sure she'll end up catching up. Peppermint didn't raise a quitter. Fast forward to the Peanuts gang taking their first steps. Oh my god, Erin, we've got walkers! Well, at least 3 of them. I think Lucy just opened her eyes. 1 week after the first 3 puppies started walking. Erin, Lucy is taking some steps. It looks like her back legs really aren't doing much, though. You're definitely right, her little back legs are like twigs. I'll call the vet and maybe we can set up a physical therapy schedule for her. Weeks of physical therapy with a little puppy later. So Lucy definitely still has a weird gait, but she's walking. Here's the new issue. Come take a look at these little puppy poops. They're moving. Oh yay, those are worms. That means that Patty and Sally also have worms, doesn't it? Because they've been, cleaning up after the Peanuts gang. I would sure assume so. A week of dewormers and cleaning the grossest puppy pen you've ever seen later. So I think we finally have the worm situation under control, but it's starting to get really cramped in here with 4 puppies and 2 mama dogs. Do you think Patty is healthy enough for us to consider putting Sally up for adoption now? Yeah, I actually think that might be for the best. She's starting to step on Peppermint's toes a little bit now. Sally gets posted for adoption and gets adopted within a week. So after all this litter has been through, I think it's actually time to schedule their spays and neuters. And mama dog too. After what a roller coaster this has been, I'm so glad it feels like it's coming to the end. Let's start off with neutering the 2 boys since they're the biggest right now. When we get Peppermint Patty and the girls fixed, make sure you let the vet know that Peppermint Patty has a history of having a rough time recovering. And I actually think it might be for the best to put off getting Lucy spayed for another week so she can gain a little bit more weight. Yeah, absolutely. I'll work on getting it all scheduled and taken care of. 3 spays and 2 neuters later. The whole Peanuts gang is taking a while to recover after their surgery, so let's hold off on their vaccines for a little while so they don't have to go through more right now. But after they're vaccinated, we can get these babies adopted. We're so close to the end, I cannot believe that this roller coaster is almost over. The roller coaster was, in fact, not over. Howdy, how are Peppermint Patty and the pups healing up? Are they about ready to get their parvo vaccines? Yeah, I think they're just about ready. We'll get them all taken care of when we have another set of hands stop by later today. Later. Alright, Mom and the pups should be all set. Just make sure you keep an eye on them tonight to make sure they don't have any reactions. 3 o'clock in the morning. Ridge, we're on the way to the 24-hour vet right now. Snoopy and Mama had a pretty bad reaction. Oh my god, I'm on the way right now. I'll meet you there. How's Patty? How's Snoopy? Mama dog didn't make it. They have Snoopy stable for right now. 1 week later. I can't believe Patty is gone, but I'm so glad Snoopy pulled through. Is it about time to start looking for homes for these babies? Yeah, it is. I need to make sure these babies get the life that their mama never got to live. They need to go to the best homes. Do you think I could borrow Lucy for the day? I have somebody who I think might be the perfect fit for her. So this video is going to be the final part of Peppermint Patty and the Peanuts gang story. I'm not going to do it in a skit format. I'm just going to do it kind of as a story time, show a bunch of pictures behind me, and talk about what all happened and why. The one playing behind me right now is just a really cute clip of Peppermint Patty having both of her ears folded. So this sweet girl was Peppermint Patty. And this was Sally. If you've watched all the skits, you already know, but these 2 girls were picked up together, and at the time, Patty, the one on the left, was heavily pregnant. Peppermint Patty ended up giving birth to 6 puppies at the shelter. There are only 5 pictured here because 1 passed very shortly after being born. After that puppy passed, she was pulled and brought to a foster home. This was her setup in the foster home. In the skits, I talked about the puppy that she lost in the foster home. This is Linus. Here's him a few hours before he passed. To clarify what happened with Linus, Mama Dog Peppermint Patty rolled over during a feeding session. At this point in time, Peppermint Patty was refusing to eat, and we decided to bring Sally into the foster home to see if that would prompt her to eat. And it worked. Look at them go! We believe Sally and Peppermint Patty might have come from a backyard breeding situation, since Sally at this time was still producing milk, and she had a very maternal nature, and so she would actually come in the cage and help Patty out with the puppies very often. They were seriously just best friends. But as the puppies got older and the space got smaller, Patty did start to get a little frustrated with Sally, which is why we ended up getting her adopted first. So after Sally was adopted and we had Mama in better health, we were able to focus more on the puppies. Here's a video of them feeding. From the top, it's Marcy, Snoopy, and Charlie. And then you'll see in a second, the little runt Lucy, where she's a hiding. This was a very frequent occurrence. They would all just kind of push her off to the side. She was literally stuck under her mom's leg. At this point, Lucy was weighing in at literally half the size of her siblings, and her back legs weren't quite working, and this is what our physical therapy with her consisted of. So backtracking a little bit, but here's a picture of the awesome foster with Sally and Mama Peppermint. They weren't able to get Peppermint out on a leash until they had Sally, and then she was so down for adventures. And this is actually Sally's adoption day photo. Alright, back to the puppies. All of them obviously had unique personalities. This one was Snoopy, for obvious reasons. He was a monster. In this picture from left to right, we have Marcy, Charlie, Snoopy, and Lucy. Look at her getting shoved to the side. Here's a picture of Peppermint telling Snoopy to shut up. Oh, and here's a picture of the Peanuts litter, as newsboys. I think this picture was taken roughly around the time that Mama and puppies had worms because the foster mama was just so tired. You can see she's like passed out with a puppy. This is probably my favorite picture we ever took of Peppermint Patty. She's as much as a goober as she looks in this picture. And this is her in an Elsa dress that a kid in the foster home put on her. I guess there will be another part because I'm running out. If you want to know where Lucy goes, next part! Okay, so here's the actual final part of Peppermint Patty and the Peanuts gang story. So in the skits, I wasn't super clear what Peppermint Patty ended up passing away from, but what it was a reaction to the parvo vaccine. From what I know about the situation, it was super uncommon, but because Peppermint was already so medically fragile, it just hit her super hard. Snoopy also had a bad reaction, but he did end up pulling through. Here's Monster Man Snoopy receiving some fluids after he returned home from the vet. I swear from this part on, this story has a happy ending. So let's talk about what ended up happening for each of the 4 puppies, and starting with Lucy, the runt of the litter. In the final part of my skit, I left it at a cliffhanger saying that I found Lucy her perfect home. Here's her finally getting the hang of walking after her physical therapy. So the day that I asked to borrow Lucy, I brought her to my parents' house and my dad fell in love. At the time, my family had a senior Jack Russell who we knew was coming to the end of her days. That's her there. Her name is Maddie, and that's 15-year-old me and my mom. Lucy was such an amazingly sweet and calm puppy that her and Maddie actually got to meet each other before Maddie ended up passing. But I think it's safe to say Lucy has had my dad wrapped around her paw since the day I brought her over. My dad sends me photos like this literally daily. And I get to visit my baby girls super often. Her name is still technically Lucy, but is kind of transformed into Goose. So all 3 other puppies ended up also going to really good homes, but I want to show you guys the photo shoot that we did before they got adopted. The one in the little peanut shirt is my Goose. When Peppermint Patty passed away, we had her paw print casted, and so we attempted to take pictures with the paw print in it. Admittedly, it just divulged into chaos. Here's one where you can actually see the paw print. Here is one of, and the other one of my absolute favorite pictures of Lucy. Here's one of Charlie Brown. Here's an even better one of Charlie Brown. And here's Snoopy in a Snoopy aviator cap. And here's Marcy in a lovely beanie that matches my current hair color. Marcy is now named Eva. And Eva was adopted by another one of the staff members who helped raise this litter. She is super bonded to this person's son, and their relationship is adorable. As far as the boys go, they also found good homes, but they weren't with people who we could receive consistent updates from. But here's one of my favorite all-time pictures of Snoopy, which honestly might only come in second to this one. Snoopy was definitely the easiest of the litter to name because, I mean, look at him. He literally looks like Snoopy. I really hope we did Peppermint Patty proud by finding homes for all of her puppies. They are all so very, very loved. Anybody who's ever fostered an animal, let alone a litter of animals, knows how amazingly difficult and heartbreaking it can be. But knowing that the care and time that we put into these little creatures means that they have their forever homes means the absolute world to me. Also, when I said Lucy was half the size of her litter mates, she was half the size of her litter mates. I hope you all enjoyed this story. It's definitely one of my favorites. As much as my heart broke, I really feel like we made a difference.